Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. Right now the time is approximately 4:55 p.m. and the current date is still Wednesday, May 3rd, 2017. So I want to talk to you a little bit about a few things. So first, there was now most of you know I have a lot of decks. I have a lot of tarot decks, I have a lot of divination decks, I have a lot of oracle card decks, and I also have a few, not as many, but I have a few other divinatory devices or other oracular systems of divination, which would include but not be limited to a pendulum, runes, rune stones, rune cards. And there was a time with regards to using decks every month that I would basically rotate rotate all my decks, meaning that I would use a certain specific number of decks from the first of that month to the last day of that month, whether it was the 30th, 31st, 28th, or 29th, you know what I'm saying. So a few years ago, I began to think about that, and it really didn't work for me anymore, meaning it didn't resonate with me anymore. So the moon magic witch in me was like, you know what, I'm going to do this from now on. From now on, I'm going to listen to my divine guidance as to which decks I'm going to use that particular month, and then I'm going to cleanse and consecrate those decks on the new moon of that month, and use them up until the dark moon of the following month. And now that's what I do. And because I'm a moon magic witch, it makes a lot more sense for me. It makes a lot more sense to me as well. And it resonates with me more strongly, energetically, magically, psychically. So I wanted to quickly show you, in my previous videos I've talked about how much I love boxes. So I found this really great box at a thrift store, and I'm going to ask my amazing and awesome audio-visual tech person to focus on the detail of the box, unless it's already focused. Okay, so I love this box, and interestingly enough, most of the decks that I use between one new moon and the following dark moon, which is the night before the new moon, tend to fit in this box. So this is what I'm using between, between Wednesday, April 26th and Wednesday, May 24th of this year, 2017. I'm not going to talk a lot about the decks, but I just wanted to show you the decks, and I even took a photograph of this on my Instagram account and posted it to my Instagram account. But that's that. So the reason I'm showing you this now, as I collect my notes, is because I will have another selection of decks and oracular devices that I will be using during the upcoming Black MIrror Salon. Now, I want to tell you I am very excited about Catland's upcoming Black MIrror Salon for several reasons. First, the last time Catland had a Black MIrror Salon was July of last year, which means that it will have been 11 months since Catland had a Black MIrror Salon. So I'm very excited about this. I'm also excited about this because as much as I love receiving as much money as possible, I do love giving clients the opportunity to receive discounted readings with me, or as I call them, divinely discounted readings with me. Now sometimes, and I've noticed this over the years, sometimes those divine discounts really don't work for those clients. I have clients that never have readings with me at public venues. They are more than happy to spend the extra time and the extra money to have a private reading with me, or another private session, whether it's a private class or a private energy healing treatment, and I have no issue with that. For those of you who live in the New York City area, And for those of you who are going to be visiting the New York City area between this month and let's say late June of this year, I cannot over recommend having an in-person reading with me at Catland. Now here's the thing with Catland's readings. Because it is called the Black MIrror Salon, I will not be offering readings with the Sacred Tarot. I will be offering readings with divination decks, oracle card decks. I'll be offering readings with other oracular devices, which I'm not going to go into detail now, but I will simply say that some of them are going to be surprises for me as well. I have thought about it, and when I say thought about it, there have been times when I've given readings at a public venue like a psychic fair, like one of Catland's Black MIrror Salons, and I've thought about offering telephone readings at the same time, and it just gets it seems like it's too much to manage. And for me personally, it seems a bit inconsiderate, because here I am giving somebody who lives in a different state a telephone reading at the same time that I'm giving readings at a psychic fair, and there are people in the area who either are visiting the New York City area for the first time, or they've returned after not having been able to visit for a long time, or they're waiting to have a reading with me. And for them to have to wait, it's one thing to wait because they arrived late and there are like 5 people ahead of them waiting to have a reading with yours truly. But for them to have to wait until I finish that telephone reading and then wait for those people and then have to get a reading, then get a reading with me, it seems too much for me. And I've never really discussed it with the people that organize psychic fairs at public venues and whatnot, because it just, every time I think about it, it's like I get like this wrongness of it. Now, who knows? Maybe there are some people that do that. Maybe there are some people who are professional psychics and they give readings at a psychic fair and they give in-person readings, and there is a lot of banging going on. You won't think I have ghosts, but I don't have ghosts. People are just like, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, so it's just like, it just feels wrong to me. So I have considered it, but when I've considered it, it seems like I go from visualizing or imagining doing that, and then I get just the feeling of no. I don't even get the word no, I get the feeling of no. And of course, when it comes to anything with Catland's Black MIrror Salons, I would not do anything without letting Melissa know first, or as I lovingly refer to her, marvelous and multi-talented Melissa, who's one of Catland's co-owners, and she's just wonderful. She's been so good to me, and I love how much she honors who I am and what I do, and she really does honor who I am and what I do. So, working with her is truly a pleasure. Now, as most of you know, I was divinely guided to raise my fees for my psychic services in 2017, and that includes my fees for readings at Black MIrror Salons. So now, when I give a reading at Catland's Black MIrror Salons, it is $25 for 15 minutes and $50 for half an hour. Those of you who have had private readings with me, those of you who have private readings with me on a regular or semi-regular basis, you know that is an utter steal, because my private fees are a lot more than that. And certainly, they're more than even Catland. Okay. I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. My awesome audio visual tech person has many skills and many talents, but his penmanship is more atrocious than mine. So he wrote me a note, and I don't know what the fuck he wrote, because it's in some Sanskrit cuneiform looking language that I don't know what the fuck it is. So he's going to actually do something and send me a note And he's going to make it a whole lot more legible because he's going to write it in print. Capital letters, block letters, so that I can understand what the fuck he needs me to know. Isn't that right? Exactly. So, in the meantime, I'm going to ask him to check how many minutes I have left. Okay, good. I'm doing good on time. So as I was saying, so those of you who have had private readings with me, those of you who have private readings with me regularly or semi-regularly, you know that $25 for a 15-minute reading, $50 for a half-hour reading is an utter steal, because I charge more for phone and, oh really? So maybe it is a ghost. Isn't that so funny? Usually I have feline guest stars, and actually I was supposed to bring out Corey, just to let y'all know that she's okay and whatnot. Or was it Durga? I've been losing track of videos because I actually have, let's see, if I'm not mistaken, I currently have either 129 or 130 videos uploaded to my YouTube channel, excluding the 2 that are in queue, and excluding this one, which is the second of 2 videos recorded today. So I would imagine that before the end of this week, meaning, no, let's make it easier for myself, no later than Sunday, May 7th, 2017, I will have between 135 and 140 videos on my YouTube channel. And that. I know that, so that fee for my readings at Catland's Black MIrror Salon really is a steal. So for those of you who are in the New York City area and you want to have a divinely discounted reading with me, I highly recommend that Black MIrror Salon. And for those of you who are going to be visiting, or for those of you who want a reason to visit, let me give you the dates. So it is from Saturday, June. These ghosts are making up a storm, man. I'm telling you. So and it's actually my neighbors that are being a little inconsiderate. There's really nobody out there? You're lying. There's nobody out there. So there are disembodied spirits making that noise. Are you serious? No, come on. It's daytime. What the hell? Oh no. Oh shit. I'm telling you, man. The life of Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, is anything but boring. Okay, so Saturday, June 3rd through Sunday, June 4th, 2017, from 1:30 to 6 p.m. both dates. Those are the official start and end times. Now, those of you who know me, you know I'm a fanatic for punctuality, so my intention would be to be there at least an hour before that. And I usually do stay a little bit later. Now, usually on weekends, Catland will have an event that begins around 7 p.m. So I might need to conduct one of the other readings nearby. And if that's the case, I will honor the fee that I'm offering at Catland's readings. At Catland's Black MIrror Salons, excuse me, let me clarify that. So yeah, and that's the other reason I'm excited about this, because this is the first Black MIrror Salon that Catland is having that is a 2-day event. Normally, Catland's Black MIrror Salons are 1-day events. So, in fact, the last one that they had, and every one that they've had since Catland's inception, was a 1-day event. But I'm very excited about that it's a 2-day event. Who knows? I might even do something as a special treat for myself that weekend, like in the area. I haven't decided yet, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, so I'm also exploring the possibility of using a card deck that I have not used before, one that I've had for a while, and also using a divination device or an oracular device that I've had for years that I've never used before. I'm considering them. I haven't officially decided yet. And certainly, whatever I officially use, I will definitely include in the first or the 2 WordPress blog posts that I write to accompany this particular video. Because every time I every time I give readings at a Black MIrror Salon, I usually write 1 blog post about it, sometimes 2. And, you know, on a personal note, or maybe on a personal and professional note, I am slowly but surely catching up on YouTube videos, on blog posts on both my professional, metaphysically oriented WordPress blog, This Is Who I Am, as well as my personal LGBTQIA+ WordPress blog, This Gay Man's Life. There are still too many items in queue, but the mental queue for both those blogs, and certainly I'm long overdue to get caught up on with regards to YouTube videos. Okay. Another note from my awesome audio-visual tech person, and I had to like really strain a little bit because I was like, what is... But he wrote it legibly, and hold on. Actually, ooh, no misspelled words. Yes, I'm one of those people. I will not publicly correct people. Well, unless I know you and I have your permission. Yeah. Okay. So, in the meantime, by the way, no new subscribers since the video that I recorded 15 minutes ago. I know, right? Anyway, I think that's it. I want to keep my videos short and sweet. I love this new Samsung camcorder. I'm still a bit annoyed that it only records in 20 minutes installments, and then then it does a blip thing, and then I need to record more and whatever. But then again, you know, these days, shorter videos are the norm, and I get it. So I look forward to your comments and your questions about the Black MIrror salons, and if you are going to visit the New York City area during that weekend, I am very excited about that. Let me know. And if you have not already subscribed to the YouTube channel of Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, I cannot over-recommend that you do so. I am long overdue to discuss this at length in an actual video and blog post, but the thing that really does it for me are comments. Comments that are lovely, comments that are honoring, comments that are beautiful, comments that are constructive, because, I don't know, maybe if one of my videos ever received 50,000 likes, maybe that would be exciting for me, maybe. More than likely, probably not, you know. I don't know, you know, because I know that Beyonce receives like a bazillion likes for anything she posts, anything she does, but you know, but I'm not Beyonce, and that's okay. So thank you, YouTube, for honoring who I am and what I do. Have a beautiful day, have a lovely night, have a wonderful week, have a wondrous weekend, and I look forward to your comments, I look forward to your questions, I look forward to your suggestions. I don't always do suggestions, which is not true. Most of the suggestions I receive from my YouTube channel followers I usually do, it's just that I can't do them all the time. And good night.